Greetings, dear friends. Happy Monday. I hope you're well and that you had a wonderful weekend. It's super sunny here, so that's really lovely to lift our spirits. Still a wee bit cold, but it's a beautiful start to a new week. And so, as we've been doing each Monday, I like to just pop in here and have some time with you to kind of set the intention for the week to look at what can we let go of. We use my system of the letting go guidance system. And the idea around this is that we all have things that are holding us back from, truly lining up with our purpose, shining our light, being in alignment with our soul's calling. And so that's what this is all about, is for you to just if you're here live, say hi or make comments or questions about anything that comes up today. But my intent here is to help you be aware of limitations or ideas, things that come up, or things like the guilt is this one here. And so we all have different things like addictions or thoughts or patterns or beliefs or even relationships that hold us back, maybe keep us away from what we truly want from a heart level. And so, with all that being said, and this is a really good time. If you've been watching my letting go guidance, you know that I like to follow the phases of the moon to see kind of what's going on internally. And tomorrow is the first. It's the first quarter. Yes, I have my notes over there of when the different phases start. So tomorrow's first quarter, and that's actually kind of a signal for us coming out of the sort of darker or more confrontational type of areas that we might be processing through, because we're always in process, right? That's what this life is all about, is being in process, watching our patterns, and above all, being okay with them, loving and accepting what is you, what is your pattern, who are you. And by loving and accepting them, that gives us the capacity to then be aware of what do you want to change, what would you like to do better. But it has to come from a sense of awareness, acceptance. And this is kind of getting into my letting go formula that I take my coaching clients through. Anyways, all that being said, just take a nice deep breath with me. Just pause for a second. Nice deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth softly. Nice long breath. We're landing into this present moment. Nice deep breath in. Arrive in this moment. Just in our minds, we're kind of saying, what is there here for us to let go of this week? What can we focus on letting go of this week? So just one more nice deep breath in and out. Good. So now just feeling completely in this moment. It doesn't matter if you're here live with me doing this or watching the recording, you can still get the energy that we've just kind of stamped on the timeline with that. And so as we're doing that, you might have been able to hear that I am shuffling the letting go guidance cards. And so now what are we going to focus on letting go of this week, the week starting February 11th? I'm going to work with negativity. So where does negativity show up for you? So, this is, I love how the energy of this kind of thing just flows, because how I just said that one of the key pieces or the themes of our life purpose, if you like, is to actually become fully aware of who we are. What are our patterns? What are our habits, mindsets? Just so it's kind of like becoming a wee bit of a spiritual detective. I often say that. But in doing that, oftentimes when we discover that we have a certain pattern or propensity, we tend to label negative connotations to it. So for instance, if I have a pattern of overcommitting, which I kind of do, overbooking myself, overbooking my time, so there's a pattern. Now I could then go into a negative spin on that, saying, oh, that's terrible, that's really bad for me, and get into the negative piece about that. So where does negativity show up? Where does that yeah but? Sometimes I describe that as like the tail flick. The you can say that yes, this is okay, I'm okay with this, but, and that's that little sting that comes in. So how does that show up for you? Where do you where does negativity come in for you, and how does it show up? Does it show up in relationships? Does it show up in your inner dialogue? Does it show up in your how you do things at work or in your career or your business? See, just sit in. And so this is what I do when we pick, this is what our theme is for this week, is we're going to focus on being aware of negativity. Where does it come up? Don't shame yourself or get into any kind of story or this is bad. It's just there. Negativity just is. It's the other side of positivity, right? And so sometimes we have to get there, but be aware that there's not lots of Velcro. I think that negativity tends to have lots of Velcro and we kind of get stuck there. So you just want to notice it. So that's the first part, right? So you can notice it, write it in your journal, meditate with it, acknowledge it, say it out loud. Hello there, it's there. And then see what can you do to let it go. Now, letting go is also, you can use journaling to say, once I've written that out, it's gone. Or I can write it out and then burn the piece of paper and say, that's it, I've let it go. Or you can do things like emotion freedom technique. I like to do EFT tapping. I do that a lot with clients too. Or you can get into a guided meditation to visit and let go. There's lots of different ways of letting go. But now that I've kind of done that, and I'm encouraging you to sort of feel into, what does negativity mean to you? Where does that show up? How does it show up? And then work with that. But also to help you, I'm going to read out of the book that I've written to go along with the system to just see if that sort of stirs up or inspires anything else deeper for you. So universal law states that what you put out into the universe will come back to you. So change the way you think immediately. Stop thinking of life as glass half empty, but rather half full. You have so much to be grateful for. If only you took a moment to appreciate it. Anything is possible in the mind of a positive thinker. Unfortunately, most people adopt their set of core beliefs about themselves and others early in life, but that can definitely be changed. These core beliefs become self-fulfilling prophecies. If you believe that the world is an unfriendly place with no opportunities, then you will actually live in an unfriendly world and not be able to find any opportunities, as your confirmation bias will tell you over and over again. On the other hand, if you believe the world is a loving place full of opportunities, then that will become your reality as well. It's very powerful. And while shifting your core beliefs will take much time and effort, it will pay off for the rest of your life. The antidote to negativity is simply positivity. Negativity breeds negativity, and positivity breeds positivity. Like attracts like. The more positive you become, the more you will attract the other positive people with similar mindsets. Self-actualized, positive, successful people realize this and spend time with similar people. If you want positive people in your life, you must become positive yourself. There are no shortcuts. And so then the other thing too is to, like I said a moment ago, is to just be aware that it's not good or bad, right or wrong. When I say that the antidote is positivity, sometimes it takes a wee bit to get there. So just allow yourself the process. Allow yourself, this too will pass. All is well. Those are little mantras that I like to use if I'm going through a bit of a tough time. So try that. See if you can shift. Excuse me. I still have a wee bit of this flu that I had last week. So as we're kind of just still feeling into this, working through negativity, watching how it comes up, letting it go, processing it through in your right pace. There's no, like I said, there's no shortcuts. You got to go through what you got to go through. And so I'm just shuffling these Doreen Virtue's angel cards here because I like to just end off this letting go guidance little mini session that we do with pulling 3 of these cards because they give us some more insights, some support, some ideas about this idea of letting go negativity. And so this is really beautiful what's come up here. So the first card that's come up is answered prayer. And so is there something that negativity, this theme that might be coming up for you, is it talking you out of seeing the solution? And so are you working on setting an intention or working on manifesting something? Keep doing that. Acknowledge the negativity and then come back to your own guidance. because your prayers will be answered. Trust. This is a theme that I absolutely love working with, because trust is kind of a intangible. Trust is not something that you can go and read about. It's something that we have to feel in our heart. Trust is saying everything's going to work out, even if what you see around you is not proving that. So it's kind of trusting that even though I can't see the positive outcome or the resolution, I know it's there. So this is a very big piece in letting go of negativity. So even if you're in a wee bit of a funk, and we all get there, we get into a little negative chatter in our minds. We do get that. But trust that it will pass. It's to just not get stuck by that Velcro that I just said. And above all, I love that this came up for us too with self-acceptance. So you know how I said that part of the theme of everybody's life purpose, or soul purpose, I should say, even, is to make ourselves the object of our study and to see what our patterns are, and then to lovingly manage and experience this life with. So self-acceptance is such a powerful and super, super important part. So see how this goes this week. How can you acknowledge, be aware of any kind of negativity that comes up, and watch how what you ask for is answered. I've said this to you before too, that when we ask a question of the divine or of the universe, it's immediately answered. So sometimes that's the other part of the detective work, right? Is that you've got to make sure you are paying attention to how that answer might show up for you. It could be a thought, it could be an idea, it could be an impulse within you. It could be somebody inviting you to do something or suggesting something. These are all ways that your answers come through to you. So it's important to stay open. Trust in you, trust in your connection. You're a powerful being that can create whatever it is you are trying to create or wanting to create. And above all, self-acceptance. Love and accept who and what you are. It's the best way forward. Hope this helps you. Let me know if you've got any questions or comments in the comments below. I wish you a wonderful week. Much love to you. Thanks for watching.